Oh, definitely intense in a good way. It's just the fact that there's so much to cram in 3 months, and it's structured really well. But actually, that's quite good in terms of like reinforcement learning, because it makes you sort of think about it when you've got to go back to try and remember what you were doing previously. Do you know what I mean? I think it's quite a proven strategy to do it that way, you know. So yeah, I think it works quite well. My name's Dave Bambra, and I work for a company called Arriva. So Arriva are a transport company. So we have bus and train companies in the UK and also in mainland Europe. So my job, I'm a business intelligence solutions analyst, which is a bit of a mouthful, but what I do day to day, so I look after the data pipelines that we use. Basically, we have a lot of pipelines running in AWS, and when they go wrong, it's my job to investigate, troubleshoot. So that could be a code issue, it could be infrastructure issue in AWS, it could be a data issue like data quality, data missing. I get involved in a little bit of development work as well. But yeah, the main thing is actually, looking after data pipelines, so ETL pipelines in AWS. I really enjoy it, and it's kind of like, it's almost like being paid for a hobby. But I really, really just enjoy working with technology, and I just love working with systems and troubleshooting systems. Before I actually did the bootcamp with Northcoders, I worked for Nissan, based in the Northeast, and I was a test and measurement engineer, and I actually took redundancy. It gave me the opportunity to kind of, go and explore a different kind of career. I had to do something, and I actually kind of got in touch with a company who were looking for somebody as a software quality engineer with automotive experience, and I spoke to them, but I just didn't have the requisite skills to make that step up from what I'd been doing previously as an engineer. And after I spoke to them, I just thought, I really, really want to get into this industry. So I found there was a whole list of different companies that provided boot camps, and as a typical engineer, I made a spreadsheet and listed each company and researched them, and Northcoders came out on top. It all sounded, just ideal. The way they were structured, the curriculum, what they were offering, the prospect of getting a job at the end of it. It all looked pretty good, and I liked the fact that it was a bit of a challenge to get on the course as well. It wasn't just a case of sort of putting an application in and you got accepted. It was the fact that you had to do code challenges, and then you had to do timed code challenges. It wasn't a case of they were just letting anybody on the course. You had to basically prove your worth, so to speak, before you got on there. So yeah, that was the reason I chose Northcoders. If there was one takeaway from the course, it was how intense it was. The people who led the courses, the mentors, everybody there, basically, they were the ones who kind of made it enjoyable. It wasn't really, like a stuffy kind of classroom environment. Everybody was encouraged to get involved. Everybody was really friendly. There were sessions where, they talked about imposter syndrome and things like that. So, kind of put you at ease. I found it really good, really challenging, really intense, but there was a lot of support there to help you through it. I liked the fact that, we all had a mentor. So, the mentor would catch up with you periodically and just find out how you were doing. If you had any problems, you would go and speak to them. So yeah, I just found it was the whole package. The support from the careers team was really good. They went through the whole thing of writing CVs, improving your LinkedIn profile, periodic catch-ups about kind of how you were progressing in your job search. You knew they were there. If you needed any help at all, you knew somebody was there kind of at the end of the phone or the end of a Teams meeting to speak to, and just get a bit of reassurance that you're doing the right thing. If there are people out there thinking about joining Northcoders and, they're wondering why they should go with them, I would say that, first of all, it's a great course with great people supporting you, from, the tutors to the mentors and people like that. And it's challenging as well, so if you like a challenge. The other thing I would say as well is, and this is almost a cliche, but you've got to be a lifelong learner as well. So you kind of start off by learning all this new stuff, but just don't think that after the 3 months, that's kind of the end of it. Actually, in this industry, you're learning all the time because there's so much to learn. There's always new technology coming along. So yeah, if you like a challenge, if you like to learn, and you want to go with a really good company, then I would say, yeah, just go for it with Northcoders. You'll just not regret it.